Greeting everyone. Welcome for some more GBL. Time for the last set for real. This team has redemption arc. So it's just a matter now of if I want to use this team again, the Twilight Love, or if I want to try Scrub Fire, despite the fact that it feels like it'd be a bit more generic of a GBL team because I kind of copy-pasted from Go Battle League. I'm leaning towards Twilight Love just because it's my own, and it did pretty well the last set I used it in. Oh, let's just go with that. It'll give me some time to play around with this team and maybe a few other teams off screen and actually either have some more fresh teams ready for the next live stream, or if I don't do another live stream this week, I'll probably record some off screen because I like to capitalize on the specialized cups when they're around because it's always the moment where I bring in new Pokemon, especially because I don't really do Sylph League anymore. I mean, on one hand, I've been meaning to get back into it, but just it's not as easy to just jump in and play as GBL, so it's not as easy for me to make content for. And on that tangent, I wish I could have caught this on a Wigglytuff lead, but I mean, it is what it is. And again, I get caught off guard because I'm just so used to assuming that they stick to one particular moveset, when the glorious thing about Pokemon Go, or Pokemon in general, is that Pokemon can have multiple moves and aren't restricted to just the generic recommended setup. The good news here is that Wigglytuff can just come in here and sweep. The bad news is that probably took one of my most tanky Pokemon in the process. Now, I'm just giving them the opportunity to power up punch me again, but couldn't risk getting hit by that Psychic, especially considering just how much I got crippled already. And speaking of unfortunate situations, again, the last two Pokemon I have, just to do diddly squat against the fire types, and they still have a shield, so I don't really got any options left. I think it's a good game already, but I'm gonna do my best to see if something pans through. It's a bit of a shame. I'd love to see how much an Ice Beam does to a Talonflame, preferably not on my own Talonflame, but it would be nice to see nevertheless. Now, unfortunately, it's a glorious Violet will be coming in here just in time to get hit in the face by some fire. Except they decided to get spicy because they knew there was nothing left to lose and just go straight for that Brave Bird. Just kill all the hope while you can. Wouldn't have it any other way. But we did rank up quite a bit from 2 sets in a row that we actually did positive. So we're probably just I'm not too surprised that we're losing a little more often because we're getting set up against more high ranked players and all. Alright, just hop on in. Porygon Z. I was eyeing this one mostly because I was trying to find a way to make an all shadow Pokemon team, and Porygon did come around, and this was one of the only shadow Pokemon. I obviously would much prefer to use a Porygon 2, but Porygon Z was the only shadow that I actually had prepared in advance. Well, I didn't even realize that Tri-Attack had that scary of a side effect. It's been so long since I've actually faced a Porygoner that actually used it. Oh, and that hurts a lot more than I was expecting. The gameplay was just coming with so much energy, and then just swap away now and capitalize on that energy later. Unfortunately, there's taking a lot of damage from that situation, and just so many unfortunate situations all lining up in my disfavor. But Reader Leaf did a solid work. It didn't quite take it out, but did a lot more than I was expecting, and at least get a shield out from this Megardo before going down. think I can even, like, get my luck back in here and just go for a fast move. Yeah, you know what? I'll use my last shield. I have, like, 2 surfs lined up. And I'm just all prepared to just unleash everything I got on this last Pokemon. Not that it really matters, because last Pokemon's a Wigglytuff, so I get the feeling I'm gonna win by just charming it to death anyways. I mean, I'm not the most spec'd out Wigglytuffer. My Wigglytuff's not the most spec'd out, so I guess there is still a chance I could lose. Not if I, like, get a solid hit off before going down and even the playing field, getting his health under half. I get the feeling that it's a good game. So, nice to have a win to, like, counteract that loss from early on. I guess I feel like we're gonna do good this set. Just get our losing streak, get all the losing that we have in our system out of the way early on, and I can just come in here and do work, clean up the show with the rest of this, assuming I get an opponent to face off against. There we go. Other human beings exist. Who would have known? I feel like I made that joke not too long ago. Wigglytuff versus Mimolic. I mean, like, the only way I guess this isn't a bad matchup. It's a bad matchup. I'm getting charmed way quicker than I can waterfall it down. I would have loved to, like, caught this on the Vileplume. I mean, if they'd rather, like, give me the Wigglytuff than give me shields, I'll take it. Sucks a little bit, but I am gonna get at least one more move off before going down. I should have had the foresight to realize they'd be going into a water type that resisted it. Ah, well, hindsight's 2020. At least I get a little chip damage off on this before going down. Oh, come on, just take me out, take me out, take me out. Cause this is the perfect opportunity to get Vileplume in here. Just, would you believe that this is one of the most threatening Pokemon in the Love Cup meta? Yeah, I've been having good luck, like, having Pokemon to counteract it as soon as I come in. But this thing is actually a threat. But on the tangent of threats, I probably am still in trouble because my last Pokemon is a Fairy type, their last Pokemon is a Poison type, and they still have a shield. And it's also a Shadow. And they're clearly just farming me for energy. I think my only hope for winning is that, like, getting down to half health, I can charm it down faster that it could Razor Leaf me down. Because this shield should, like, take care of the fact of it getting to a Sludge Bomb before I can take it out. Oh, and it's the Acid set, not the Razor Leaf. Spicy player we have here. Nevertheless, I'm able to pull a victory out from that, never all the better. And we got 3 of the 5 battles completed. 2 in my favor. And it looks like we're going to be pitted up against other people right away. Yes! Yeah, you know, I just got it sinking. It's been a while since I've done story time. I'm kind of like stuck in the match commentary mindset. I'm not sure what I can really talk about though. Like, I'm so focused on the match that nothing's really coming to mind, but I guess this is a good time of saying to bring up the factor that I'm real happy that I'm actually able to do this. As I'm streaming this is at like the 3rd day of streaming in a row, and I was a little worried I'd like be exhausted, be tired of streaming, and that would affect my mood with commentating it. But as I suspected, like, my love of actually doing a spicy meta more than made up for it. No, I'm not wasting my last year. I should have just gone for that Sludge Bomb earlier, but I got greedy. I can accept that. Plus, I mean, I don't think it'll matter too much because I can just come in here and Waterfall. And my last Pokemon is a Wigglytuff, so I'd probably just be using Charm anyways. Nah, I'll clear off a shield just in case. Like, maybe I can buy a little time to wait out the switch timer so I can get in here. Do I have a shield? If I have a shield still, then I'm gonna swap. If not, I'm tempted to like try to see if I can stay in long enough, but I feel like it... Yeah, let's just get in here. The more I wait around, the more time they're gonna have to actually get to that ice beam. Or play rough. Whatever it is, I'm gonna block it and I'm gonna take this Pokemon trainer out just the same. Yeah, and I even got something planned right after work tomorrow, so there's a lot of stuff going on at once. Hey, PokeCM. Welcome. A little late to the party, like, I'm on my last set for the night, but we still got a couple more battles to go, so can at least see this team in action. Let's see how I'll do. We've been doing pretty good so far. Bit of a rough start with the first couple sets, but first time I used this team on the third set went pretty good. Then I gave the other team a redemption arc, swapping the lead around, and that seemed to be enough to make a difference. And now we were kind of like, I guess, hitting middle road, especially with like that being the lead of all things. But I have faith that we can make things pull through. Interesting choice to like stay in with Electro and then swap into Wigglytuff, even though like I counteract that just as well, if not better. But I'm willing to let this play out, see what happens. Something I'd be really excited if I like get the Wigglytuff and the shield. I think, oh man, yes, wow, got everything. Only sucky thing is that like nothing else really resists Electro well. Ooh, Scolipede. Definitely saving Wigglytuff for later. But that's fine, cause like I know that Electrode's a thing, so I was kind of looking for an opportunity to actually make use of Maloic. But I think if I like take both my shields for Wigglytuff here, that'd be more than overkill. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just use one shield here, so I can make sure I use a Surf before going down. All the more reason to save some energy. I was actually really thinking about using Scolipede for this cup. Like, Scolipede would be in the top tier of bug types for me. Like, I have some memories using it from Black and White, but I've never really had a good opportunity to capitalize on it. Unfortunately, like, I did not have it. The only PvP relevant anything of the family that I still had was the pre-evolve form, because I was hearing things specifically of Whirlpede in GBL sometimes, and I didn't really want to evolve that. I think it might have even evolved to be too high in CP for Great League anyways. I wanted to use want to have Scolipede come. My other Scolipede was too high in IVs and CP. Your team that you have, Wigglytuff's standard moveset, Slowbro, Ice Beam, Blaziken, Blaze Kick, and Boom, Brave Bird landing a lot of those. Blaziken gets Brave Bird? Blaziken gets Brave Bird. Am I reading that correctly? So that's interesting, and that would explain why I'm actually seeing the Blaziken. I saw a couple tonight, and I was thinking Blaziken? I'm surprised to see that thing around here. It's a fire type, but the fighting type kind of cancels out the main pro of fire types in there. But with Brave Bird, I definitely can see some potential for it. I assumed that they would have Legacy Stone Edge, but I guess Brave Bird kind of makes more sense with things like Shadow Vileplume in the meta, and Brave Bird's I've been using Talonflame enough to know that Brave Bird is a solid move in of itself. Nah, I'm kind of curious how well it performs with Brave Bird when it doesn't have the stab. But yeah, it does. According to you, it does. I'll take your word for it.